Let's get all this crap. Oh, hey, there's the inlet. What is going on, guys? It's Kevin here with ModMyMods, and it is a lovely Tuesday. It is a wonderful day for the ModMyMods news update. And today, we're going to just talk about random stuff today. We've been actually working quite a bit here at the shop, trying to get a couple, new things going here. We are working on a customer build. I'm working on finishing my build. We have a couple other things that we saw that we might like and that we might share with you today. So thank you for joining us today, and I guess let's get right into it. Unfortunately, you have to deal with me, and I still don't have a new microphone yet, so I'm working on it. Well, John's going to hopefully help me out and work on it with me. But regardless, I am glad that you are here, and again, thanks for joining us. So today, we'll do a quick little update about the thing that nobody really wants to talk about, this lovely thing here. If you didn't know, New York State said no more school for the end of the year. Okay, we kind of already knew that. We're still here doing what we need to do. This guy keeps getting on every day and talking about stuff, so that's great, But I think everybody's kind of starting to get a little crazy. So, keep playing video games. Keep, us employed by purchasing more stuff from us here at ModMyMods, because we need any and all support that you guys can give us. Because if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't actually be here. We really appreciate all of the orders that have been coming in and everything that you guys have been helping us with. So, again, no new crazy new updates other than, yep, New York's still closed until the 15th, at least non-essential, whatever. And then they're starting to do, like, phases of reopening, which I guess is cool, but I don't know. It all depends on how it all plays out. Regardless, we are still here. We're still doing some new stuff. We're trying to make even more new things happen. So let's get right into it. I wanted to go to our custom services page on our website here because Josh and I have been kind of working back and forth to try and bring you more options when it comes to the custom cuts and the custom designs for the different cases. Fantex is starting to phase out some of their cases, and Be Quiet has actually been really nice enough to work with us to do some new cases. So we're actually trying to do the Dark Base Pro 900 is what we're working on right now. We're trying to do a couple different designs for that. However, we haven't actually got it 100% finished yet. So yes, you get this lovely icon here, but unfortunately there aren't any product listings just yet. However, what we're going to be pushing forward to do is actually offer the same style of case mods that we are offering here on the website for the Fantex stuff for the Dark Base and for a couple different versions of the Be Quiet cases. Now, however, this is still testing phases. We were actually doing some more cuts earlier today. We did an airflow and we did a hex design, and I think they actually look really, really good. So we're still pushing forward, and that is what we're going to be offering here in the next couple days. Actually, we'll be able to put these on the website, and you'll be able to order them and pre-order them. And again, we're working, hand in hand with Be Quiet to make this thing an actual, real thing. So, some of you might have been tuned in with us on Friday about, this lovely case that used to have a whole bunch of stuff in it. If you remember, I had a leak that we found using the UV light in my personal build, which, again, didn't turn out terrible. It didn't look, awful, but again, there were a lot of trials and tribulations with the back half of this case, which was utterly frustrating. So this is how it sits now. It's got nothing in it because I was pretty much sick of it. I'm done with this stupid case. So we're moving on, and again, luckily, Be Quiet was really, really nice, and they actually sent me a Pro Base 900, which is awesome. Dark Base Pro, Dark Base 900 Pro. All right, I got it all out now. Blah, blah, blah. It's a mouthful, let me tell you. So they actually sent us one of these cases, and I've been pretty much taking this entire thing completely apart. As soon as I got it, took it out of the case, or took it out of the box to make sure everything was good to go. It was, and then pretty much tore it down to that. Because, well, it's actually a great case to work in. Using just a Phillips head screwdriver, you don't need any other sort of tool in order to get this far broken down, this case this far broken down. I was able to take everything apart. They actually included an instruction manual to show you how to flip the orientation of the case around. So if you want your motherboard upside down, or it completely changing the orientation. So like if your case is sitting this way, sideways or whatever, and the internals are on the right-hand side, you can flip it so it would be on the left-hand side, or vice versa. You can also hang the motherboard upside down and that type of stuff. But the main purpose was to replace the case that we were originally using, which was Hot Trash, and replace it with this Dark Base 900. Because, I mean, this thing's awesome. I was able to jam a freaking, I think it's like 55 millimeter thick radiator right up in the front. It's a 480 radiator? No, 420 radiator. It's huge. It's 3x140 radiator in the front, and then I'm going to use the same Eheims pump and everything like that that we have already pretty much set in there that we were using before. Now, the neat part about this case is that you can do a lot of different customizations, but it comes with a lot of different hardware accessories. So like there's a bracket for the water cooling, there's a bracket for the SSD mount. You can take all of the 2.5-inch or the 3.5-inch drive caddies completely out, and it's actually really nice. So far we really like this case to actually be working in, which is kind of cool for us. It's nice to be able to have all the room in the world to actually put something together. Speaking of cases, the other day I posted a case by my friend Timmy at PC Works. He actually put this bad boy together, which was in the Thermaltake V250, which is actually supposed to be a budget case. Now, obviously, he's got quite a bit of stuff going on inside here, which, as you can see with the Thermaltake good stuff, the Thermaltake C Pro fittings and the Tough Ram and their radiators and the water block and everything like that. It really turned out great. So I think it really did turn out awesome. And I think that with what they're doing with the cases and trying to make everything come alive and make sure you actually have like some sort of reasonable price on a lot of these things is really cool. A lot of the times you get cases that are unbelievably expensive that honestly don't really offer a whole heck of a lot, but this one I was actually really impressed with the way that Thermaltake put this together. So definitely give that a look. Make sure you check out PC Works. That's our buddy Timmy. I call him Tiny Tim. He's not so tiny. He's actually really huge, but that's beside the point. Tim actually puts together some really awesome builds for Thermaltake, and again, he's really good guy. So make sure you check him out. He's awesome, and he does a lot of cool stuff. The other guy that I wanted to shout out to, who's actually in the chat, is our good buddy Travis. Travis, I cannot seem to get that photo to pop up on my phone. I know you sent it to me. You're saying you sent it to me. I don't know how did you send it to me? Did you send it via snail mail? You said you sent it to my phone. Oh, you sent it to me as a text message probably, or a photo message. Anyways, the build that I showed last week of Travis's that has the frosted glass in it, also sent in Messenger. Where, on Facebook? No, it's not a test. It's not, I promise. All right, let me look. I'll see if I can pull it up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me show you what I'm working at here. So our buddy Travis here actually. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, Travis has put together a builds.gg account, and he's got a whole bunch of different photos of that actual build that's put together. But the really awesome thing. Let's see if this actually works. And Travis, just so I'm clear, before I send or show these photos to our viewers, it's okay for me to show this, right? Because, I mean, this thing's sweet looking. And I know we've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, but I wanted to make sure that it's all good and gravy before I just blast this away. That one doesn't follow social. Okay. So is it okay for me to share it? Is it okay? Well, not share it on social media, but is it okay for me to show it on the show? Showing it on the show? I don't know. Go for it. All right, there it is. Well, you guys get a sneak peek into his next build that he's doing. This is actually something that I am thoroughly impressed with. This case, I don't even. Yeah, the Dark Flash. That's what it's called. This thing is unbelievable looking. Now he's got an EVGA all-in-one cooler in there and the custom cables and whatnot, but this thing looks freaking cool. And as far as I can tell, what he and I were talking about, yeah, it's called the Dark Flash Knight case. And the reason, I mean, it looks like a knight's helmet in the front. We were talking about it a couple shows ago, and putting together an idea of what he could put together and put in this build. Obviously, he did a great job. It looks really awesome, man. But this is actually a pretty limited supply of this particular case, so getting your hands on it is almost next to impossible. You might be able to get it off of eBay, but I mean, you might be paying double or triple the amount of the cost of the actual thing. But really, really awesome work, man. That looks awesome. And again, the viewers here, this is an exclusive, so he hasn't actually shown this, I don't think, anywhere else besides here. So, ModMyMods news update for the win. That's awesome. So on top of that, we also have been working with a customer of ours who brought in his PC to help us out. Well, he wanted a refresh, and so we started pulling it apart, and unfortunately, we found some things that really, really, dig at me. But the dust was pretty bad, and some of the original stuff that he had going on in here was not necessarily a terrible setup, just had a lot going on for what it was. So what we're actually doing is we're going to take this build here and break it all down to nothing, which is what Brony is actually doing right now. He's tearing this entire thing apart. We've been flushing the radiators. We cleaned out all the tubing. He's actually switching over to hard tube. I think he's got a new graphics card with a new water block, and it's all heat killer stuff, and it's gonna really, really look awesome. But I wanted to share this is the current state that it's in right now, because it's just, we had to take it all apart. And actually, you can see Brony's neck, featuring Brony's neck, flushing out the radiators actually in the background. But what we ended up doing was we took everything apart, and while we were taking it apart, we found some unfortunate things inside of the loop, which that's inside of the reservoir, and yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that to look like that ever. I mean, that's falafel. That's bad. That's not good. So obviously we had to empty everything out, and that's what Brony's doing here. He pulled the res right out, and you just uncorked it and dumped all of the fluid. And then we took it over to our awesome little flush station, which is what I have a little video of. Ooh, that's loud. Sorry. So what we did is we have it pumping into the one side and then just dumping it straight into the sink. I mean, It was so bad. So we have super ultra pure water that's going through there to clean it all out. That's obviously made right here. And as you can see with the video here, we're really slamming some water through it and getting it all cleaned out, which is, part of the process. Obviously, we need to make sure that everything is clean if you're going to be reusing radiators or reusing different parts and components that you are putting into a new build. You need to A, make sure they're clean, and B, probably use some sort of cleaner when you do have the whole build put together. It's always good to run some Mayhem's Part 2 through the whole system, clean it all out. If you really want to, you can run some Mayhem's Part 1 in just the radiators. And obviously, you don't want to be running that through like pumps or anything like that. You literally have to shake it up and that type of thing. But all of the information is on the bottle. Make sure you use Part 1 for only radiators. Only, only, only. Otherwise, you start destroying stuff, and that's not good. Part 2 is for the whole system. And again, there's a whole write up for it on the actual bottle and on the instructions that come with it. So make sure you definitely clean everything out. The last but not least, what I wanted to talk about was that yesterday was May the 4th, and in honor of that, our good friend Ron Lee Christensen over at Blue Horse Studios, is actually doing a giveaway that he painted. And if you want to see some crazy work, I mean, he's incredible. He's got some really incredible stuff going on. But this PC is actually going up for a giveaway. And it's actually a giveaway on Instagram. I'm not entirely sure if it's on Facebook too, but I'm pretty sure it's just Instagram only. And the giveaway ends on May the 11th. Blah blah blah. Here's all the information. Here's the disclaimer. Here's how you enter in. But you yourself could actually win one of these Thermaltake cases. And this particular one that's been customized by our good friend Ron. It's unbelievable the amount of painting and stuff that he's come up with and that he does. He's just incredible. He does some incredible work. He was actually the one that did the Doom PC as well, and he's it's all hand done too. It's all by here. That's unbelievable. So something to look into if you're looking to try and get a new case and you want to enter in on an awesome giveaway and support somebody that's a really awesome modder and knows what he's doing when it comes to doing paint work and airbrush and props and sculptures and all that type of stuff. Make sure you follow Ron at Blue Horse. He's at bluehorse.studios on Instagram, and he again is giving away this PC, so it's pretty neat actually. Pretty cool. Last but not least, I actually finally got an invite to this lovely game, and I wanted to kind of show it off with you guys. So, what I wanted to do for 2 seconds, well, actually more like 10 minutes. That's all I'm gonna do, because to be honest with you, I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. I can't imagine it's gonna go well. But what I was gonna do is I have this lovely game. Oh, you have to restart the client because I wasn't fast enough. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Let me move this over here. And we'll go here. And now you can see everything. And we're going to load up this awesome game that I finally got a beta of. Valorant, which is you have to watch a Twitch stream for God knows how long. But eventually, once you link up your Twitch account and all this other stuff, you can actually hop in and play some of the game. As you can see, I literally haven't touched this at all. All I've done is seen some gameplay. Let's There we go. Now you can hear me. Sorry about that. Well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to do this Friday because what ended up happening is the fact that I haven't actually played this game yet, and I haven't actually rebooted since we did the update and everything like that. So it's still saying that I need to reboot and to stop the stream and start the stream again. And nah, the heck with that. So Friday, what I was gonna try and do is try and get Ishmael on here to talk about his crazy cables that he did on the bare wire cables, and see if he can maybe give us a tutorial. If not Friday, then hopefully next week we'll be able to get him on. But maybe on Friday we'll do a joint thing, and you guys can see us do some Valorant as well. Because again, I haven't done any of it. I haven't played any of it in any way, shape, or form. So I'm probably gonna suck real bad. But you can join us on that adventure, and that'd be fun, right? Watch the big beard get killed a whole bunch of times. Should be great. But that's pretty much it for the ModMyMods news update. Again, thank you again for joining us on this lovely Tuesday. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with me, so thank you. Make sure that you stay safe out there. Make sure you're washing your hands, wear your mask, and do all that stuff. And we will see you on Friday.